A few short months ago, the New York-based investment firm of Goldman Sachs published a report that stated that in only 9 years from today, there will be a reduction in the number of human beings between artists, seen here to the far left, and their fan base, seen here to the far right. The New York-based investment firm said that the gap will be filled with curation AI technology, that's artificial intelligence technology for all of you non-geeks out there, and most important, a social media web that would allow fans to connect with other fans and fans to connect with the artists they love and want to support. What is crazy is that we don't have a Facebook, Instagram, Twitter-focused social media site right now. This music site, let's call it TuneHub for lack of a better description, would benefit billions of fans and artists around the world. But here's the rub. Artists and fans aren't dictating how the music industry works today. The three major labels, Sony, Uni, and Warner Music Group, are. Clearly, something is terribly wrong because these three major labels have very little to do with the music you hear on the radio or from your cell phone, nor do they perform a role like Spotify and connect you with that music. Their primary function is to make mountains of money off the sweat toil of the creative people who make the music industry work. A music-based social media gathering spot for fans and artists would be label blind. Today's music world is label blind, and now we can reveal the three-headed obstacle that is preventing the music industry from flourishing in the modern era. The three-headed monster that prevents the music social media from taking off, its anchor to yesterday, if you will, are the three major labels Sony, Universal, and Warner Music Group. If you're a music fan like most people, you need to realize that these corporations don't want you to hear the music you want to hear unless that music just happens to be on their giant corporate label. Sadly, this is becoming increasingly unlikely as more and more groups are choosing to bypass major labels altogether. However, if they do happen to sign with a label, it's more often than not a small, well-focused indie label with less than 20 people, as opposed to one of the three soon-to-be extinct Goliaths that reign supreme now. For groups being on a major label now is a recipe for exploitation and enslavement. 99% of these people at the label are working on 1% of the musicians on them, and there is an excellent chance that musician isn't you. The late Chester Bennington said it perfectly. Artists make so much money, he said, for so many people who have nothing to do with the creative process in music. It should be crystal clear now who he was referring to. Goldman Sachs knows something we all should know too. People don't care about labels, they care about music and musicians. If the ballast holding the music industry from progressing are labels in a world where labels are irrelevant, then guess what? Houston, we have a problem.